Good afternoon, everybody. Now it is time to open the special class lectured by our Rector Sayadaw, saying Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Good afternoon, my Dhamma brothers and our sisters. This original Pali and English translation. English translation is to know the meaning. You can read yourself, but there's a deep meaning. Some of changes are necessary. Okay? This is Buddhist practice, roadmap of noble practice. Ariya Mega Desana. How to follow the Buddha's teachings. We should know about that. First, you should, when you study, the Pali is one language, origin language preached by the Buddha, and so English is secondary. But if you wish to realize the meaning of Buddhism, you should learn Pali. Quite different from English translation and origin Pali. The Pali the Buddha used. This is very exact meanings given. English is not, through English words we cannot know the exact meaning. It is not good enough to explain Buddhism. There will be many mistakes, just a translation. Therefore, you should know origin Pali also. As far as you know Pali words, you can get the deeper meanings of Buddha's teachings. This Pali is accepted as an authentic Buddha's teachings by 6 Buddhist synods, Buddhist councils. So accordingly, we have to accept that. Most scholars are also accepted as the authentic Buddhist teachings because of systematically the Buddha's teachings in Pali, Theravada traditions are preserved by 6 Buddhist synods, Buddhist councils. Accordingly, we have to study. There is a different versions, but as a meaning, there is not. As a meaning, it is not quite different. We can understand what the Buddha want to say. First lecture, as I explained to you, Ida Dathagato Loki Opachati Arahan Sama Sambuddho Vichacharana Sambano Sugato lokavitu nodaro purisatama sarati sattha deva manusana buddha bhagava. By means of these words, it is explained in the world there appeared Buddhas. The Buddha appeared. In the world there appeared the Buddhas. That is important to know truth. What is the truth? Without the appearance of Buddha, nobody can explain what is the truth. Therefore, the appearance of Buddha is more important. This is starting point of a Buddha. Such a person is not always appeared in the world. Whoever wishes to say what is the Buddha to be called is such a qualifications. Without these qualifications cannot be called Buddha. So, in brief, we can say to realize what is the truth. There appeared the Buddha in the world. After that, what did the Buddha do? What the Buddha did in the world? He realized the world and explained the Dhamma and clarified noble practice. So the Buddha's Dhamma is not only to think about, not only just philosophy, it is must follow accordingly. Therefore, not only theory, it is practical ways it can be followed. Nowadays, there are philosophies. Philosophy is just a thought. Sometimes it cannot be followed. Buddha's teaching is not just philosophy, it's deeper than philosophy. Can be followed exactly. Therefore, the Buddha preached Dhamma, clarifying noble practice. The noble practice is how to follow the Buddhist practice. Brahmacharya Pakaseti. This is the Buddha appeared. What did the Buddha do for this world? After that, second paragraph. Tandaman sunati gavdi wa gavdi bodova nyadrasme wa kulis. The person is not important. Whoever who listen to the Buddha's talk, whoever listen to the Buddha, these are mostly, as a majority is explained. So we can understand. When the Buddha preached Dhamma, someone listened to Dhamma. Without listening to the Dhamma, we cannot know what is the truth. This is in other suttas the Buddha says pradokhosa. Pradokhosa is external condition. By means of that, we can have knowledge or we can have right understanding. Without listening to Dhamma, we cannot have right understanding. Cannot be samadhi. So, listening to Dhamma is important. Therefore, a person who has knowledge, he listens to Dhamma. Having listened Dhamma, having heard the Dhamma, he has interested in Dhamma. Sattha patilavati, interesting and confidence to follow it. He has a confidence to follow it. After listening to Dhamma, he believes in such a noble practice. He believes in. Therefore, he has a confidence. After that, he contemplates deeply his life's situations. So, there is practical ways. If we listen to what is the truth, we may consider about that. Listening Dhamma is we learn the subject matters. Without it listening to subject matter, without it hearing subject matter, we cannot thinking about that. So after listening or after hearing the Buddha's teachings, we think about it. We consider or we contemplate about that. How to follow the Buddha's practice? He compared his situation, his lifestyle, and according to the layman's life, how to follow completely the Buddha's teachings. Therefore, he considered in this way, Sambharo Gravasos, confinement, so not householders' life, not free, have to do many duties, not a freedom. Therefore, as confinement, Sambharo Gravaso, no opportunity to follow this, little opportunity to follow the Buddha's path. Not only that, Rajopato is increased. It is increased Lovato Samoha, therefore dirty places, dusty, so many dust, we cannot see clearly. So, Rajapato. These are metaphorical terms of Rajo here, metaphorical terms, referring to Lovato Samoha. Abhoga so papisa. The monk's life is like an open place. I want to say open place. Open places can see everything freely. Wherever want to go, he can go. He can choose. 4 directions again can see clearly. Like that, the monk's life is so quite a freedom. Therefore, can choose. Abhogaso. This is also metaphorical terms. Abhogasa is open place. No surroundings, not confinement. Abhogaso papacha. Then Sambharo Gravaso regarding to it, comparing this lifestyle situations. Then he considered Nayidan Sukra. It is not easy. Agara Achavachata, Ekanda Pripona, Brisodam, Sankhali Kitam Brahmacharya. It's not easy to fully practice, to fully follow two noble practice, one to say. No? To fulfill the noble practice. Yanuna Hanki Samasam Oridwa, Kasani Utani, Achadidwa, Garaswana Gariam Baba Chayans. So he want to renounce and enter the order. Want to enter the order. Renounce and want to the order. After that he decided, according to his decision, he followed. So Abrina Samayina, Appanwa Boga Kandam, Bahaya, Mahandamwa Boga Kayamba. Must renounce, you see. Even little money, little properties, must renounce, whatever may be. Abandoned little wealth, abandoned much wealth. Not only wealth, relatives, or his relatives also have to renounce. He must leave his relatives, mother and father. When the Bodhisattva, Bodhisattva renounced at the midnight, all are sleeping. But he abandoned his mother and father and his family. That is mentioned in Ariya Priyesana Sutta. Ariya Priyesana Sutta. In this sutta, Mata Pituna, Rodhantana, Akamakana, Rudhantana. Mother and fathers are crying. But at that time nobody knows. At the midnight, all are sleeping. There is unwillingness to become monk. The mother, parents, parents are unwillingness. After knowing about it, that they are crying, therefore, Mata Pituna, Rudhantana. In that Pali, some scholars are thinking that Bodhisattva is renounced not at midnight, daytime, because of his parents are crying not to go. They are surrounded and requested not to go there. Actually, most the Pali texts are even said in this way. Mother and father or parents all are dislike to do so. Therefore, we can say this is also crying, unwilling to Bodhisattva to renounce. Yanuna hanki samaso oharitwa kasani udani. This is this figurative words, how to become monk, explain it. The fourth paragraph, there is an important. After entering the order, what should be done at first? So, roadmap of noble practice started here. How to start to follow the Buddha's noble practice. So, evam papachito samano. After becoming a monk in this way, Patimokkha Samvara Samvuddo. Patimokkha Samvara Samvuddo Viharati. Patimokkha Samvara means Patimokkha, the word Patimokkha, sometimes mentioned. This is, we can say, major discipline for monks. Not minor, must follow. Major discipline. Patimokkha, pa-atimokha. Atipamokha, want to say. Atipamokha means this is major, want to say. Literally, Pati Mokha means Pati Rekaditi Pati, who look after, who observed this sila. This is Pati. A person who look after, who observed these rules, regulation. Mokheti means freed from suffering. To freed from suffering. Pati Mokheti Pati Mokha. Literally, explanations also in this way. These rules are even observed as not any result. Have with the result. If we followed these rules will free you from suffering. Cause to free from suffering. Therefore, the meaning is Pati Mokheti. According to lay people, Patimokkha means 5 precepts. We observe the 5 precepts make free the person from woeful state or many sufferings. Therefore, Patimokkha Samvara means major rule in disciplines, major disciplines or Vinaya rules. Major Vinaya rules have to follow as a monks. Samvutta, restrained by means of Patimokkha Samvara, rule and regulation. Patimokkha Samvara, discipline. So Patimokkha Samvara is the name of major moralities, rule and regulation. Samvutta Viharati. This is pointed out. At least you must, as a monk, must have followed the rules mentioned in Vinaya text. Must follow. In this way, as a lay people must follow, must observe the 5 precepts. Cannot be reduced 5 precepts to be 4, 3, 2 or 1. Together all 5. Together 5. All precepts. All are necessary. Equally important. Not the Panadipada is important and then the others. Like that. All are equally important. These 5 precepts as for lay people, so this is Patimokkha Samvara, Sila. For monks, Patimokkha Samvara is a Vinaya test, is mentioned, discipline. So have to follow this one. Achara Gochara Sampanno Anumatesu Vachesu Vyadasavi Smadaya Sikati Sikhavresu. This was how to sustain this Patimokkha Samvara, how to fulfill this Sila, this mission, the way of fulfillment. Want to explain this. If you wish to observe, if you wish to restrain the Patimokkha Samvara Sila, how to restrain? How to restrain? To fulfill Patimokkha Samvara Sila. So, Achara Gochara Sampanna. Here, Achara Sampanna, Gochara Sampanna. Achara Gochara Sampanna. This is in detail explained what is Achara, what is Gochara. In Abhidhamma text, second treatise, Vibhanga Palis. What is Achara, what is Gochara? Explain it this one. But I will not explain in detail this. We must know these Patimokkha Samvara, Samvutta Viharati. This is major rule, major discipline. You must to sustain or to protect, to fulfill this Patimokkha Samvara Sila. How to fulfill the way of how to fulfill to explain it. This explain Achara Gochara Sampanno. To observe, to fulfill Patimokkha Samvara Sila, you must have Achara and Gochara. By following Achara and Gochara, you must fulfill major Sila, major moralities. The Anumadesu, Vachesu, Payadasavi, Samadaya, Sikati, Sikhavresu. Yeah. Have to follow Sikhavara. To be practiced at the Buddha's laid down these Vinaya rules. Among these Vinaya rules, even slightest for Anumadesu, Vachesu, even slightest for seeing as a danger, Payadasavi. Important. Many people are slighted for, so they ignored. The Buddha, regarding to rule and regulation or regarding to discipline, the Buddha encouraged monks don't think in this the slightest fall. That is important, most important. Even slightest fall, you must see as a danger. You must be careful about that. Because of small become big, you see. Small one become big. I knew my days to watch it. Nowadays, you see many people say, oh, this is small rules. Need not to follow it. It is ignorant. In Myanmar, people always say, yabare, yabare. It's possible. Possible. If they want to break a rule and say, okay, yabare. No need to follow. This is a very small rule. So that is an important one, Buddha's teachings. Even small is dangerous. Small is dangerous. You see, very small dust, if it put into the iron, so suffering is coming to be, you see. But on the hand, this is small dust, nothing, no pain caused. But such a small in the iron, it's a great suffering. In this way, to attain higher knowledge, it is great disturbance. Even small is great disturbance. Therefore, even small, we must see as a big or dangerous one. Anumadesu vachesu bhayadasavi. So, this is how to see, how to should follow small rules also. Even small rule. To observe the major rules, you must be careful small rule. Without caring small rule, you cannot sustain major rules. Anumadesu vachesu bhayadasavi samadaya Sekati Sekavaresu. So these words are how to observe the Patimokkha Samvara Sila. It is explained in the way how to. So Achara. Achara means, you see, so according to translations only, not clear the meanings, you see, not clear the meaning. He comes to be individual with wholesome, or I just having taken up the roles of training and raising himself and versus the proper behavior and resort. Proper behavior and resort. The meaning is wider than acharas. Achara means for a monk not to go such a place which is not proper for monks. This is also achara. Don't go the place where it's not suitable for monks. Maybe such a place as to be blamed. Achara is only must follow, must go where is suitable for monks. Gochara. So gocharas are explained three gocharas. Nisaya, Nisaya gochara. This is, you see, Visuddhimagga about that explained it. Visuddhimagga commentary. Visuddhimagga is a commentary of Nikayas. Achara, Gochara, Sampanno. The 3 types of Gochara. Upanisaya, Gochara. That is the meaning. When you fulfill major morality, you must have the noble person as a friend, Kalyana Maita. You must have a good teacher and a good friend. Depending on good friend, you can observe the major Abhidhamma. So that is a Gochara. To observe, to protect the major discipline, you must have good teacher and you must have good friend. That is a Gochara. Not only that, Araka Gochara. You must protect, you must guard the faculties. You should not see everything. Wherever you look at, you must be mindfulness, with the mindfulness. Otherwise, you may break your rule and regulations. Therefore, araka, you have to do mindfulness. Then upanibanda Gochara. Upanibanda Gochara means you establish your mindfulness in the 4 objects. That is with meditation. With the meditation object. Behavior and result is meditation object. You must have meditation object. So, how to protect the rule and regulation? You must protect it in this way. You must have achara and gochara. Then anumade, suvache, subhyata, savi, samadha, even slightest fall you must see as a dangerous. Then followed what is mentioned in the rules. After that, kaya kama vachikamena samanagato kusalena parisauddha chivo. This is regarding to livelihood. Livelihood is fulfilled with physical action and bhava action. Therefore, kaya kama vachikamena samanagato kusalena. What is innocence? Innocence, bhava action, and innocence, physical action, bodily action, and bhava action. By means of that, he has pure livelihood. Livelihood must be blameless, innocence must be. This is a kind of sila. A kind of sila. Livelihood, you see, as a monk, to obtain livelihood is quite different from lay people's. Lay people's livelihood is depending on own properties, own effort. Monks are on donation. Livelihood is just donation, donated by just a saddha. Free from fall. So, to sustain the Patimokkha Samvara Sila must be followed these ways. So, explanations in this way. Just a translation, we cannot understand these. Just a translation, cannot understand. Okay? Patimokkha Samvara Sila is major discipline which is laid down in Vinaya rules. To fulfill this Sila, you must have achara, kochara, and you must see even slightest fall, say danger, they must fulfill, must follow the Vinaya rule and regulation. Then you must have a pure livelihood. So, by means of that, you can fulfill your major moralities, discipline. These are, in Buddhist, in noble practice, this is the first step. First step. Therefore, Silan Sasanasa Adi. Morality is the beginning of the Buddha's teachings, in the Buddha's teaching. Buddha also, there is a commentary of what? The Buddha said, Adi mewa visodehi kusmesu dhamesu kochadi kusalana dhammana silancha suvisudha. To Bahiya, the Buddha explained, firstly you wash away your moral, your kusala. What is it? The first of kusala is moralities. Kochadi kusalana dhammana. So, this is the first step. After that, what is necessary for monks to follow step by step to higher attainment? Sila Sampanno, Indriya Sukodadvaro, Sati Sampajanyena Samanagato, Santauto. The important qualities as I explained. He is possessed of moral discipline, Sila Sampanno. Sila Sampanno, referring to first one. He guards the doors of his sense faculties, Indriyesu Kodadvaro. This is to fulfill Indriyesu Kodadvaro. That is Patimokkha Samvara Sila. Sila Sampanna is by means of Saddha. We should observe the Sila by means of Saddha. But the Indriya Samvara, Indriyesu Kodadvara, is by means of Sati, by means of Sati. Mindfulness, with the mindfulness. He guards the doors of his sense faculties, Indriyesu Kodadvara. That is by means of Sati. Sati sadhana, Indriyesu Kodadvara. Then Sati sampajanyena samanagato. There must follow this mindfulness and clear comprehension. Nowadays, you see, in Westerners, they say mindfulness. They understand only mindfulness, secular mindfulness. They followed this mindfulness practice. Mindfulness alone is not benefit. According to the Buddha's teaching, mindfulness and clear comprehension, joining together, these two together, not only mindfulness and sampajanya, clear comprehension, or must join together. As a Buddha's teachers, must together. In Sayutta Nikaya, there are suttas. Sato bhikkhave sampajano kalang akinkeya. The Buddha said. The monks, you must wait for your time with mindfulness and clear comprehension. With the mindfulness and clear comprehension. For all peoples, the Buddha has explained. And Mahasatipatthana Sutta, also Sati Sampajanya Papa, the chapter of the section of Sati Sampajanya, how to follow this way, the Buddha has explained in Sati Sampajanya. 7 places you must be with mindfulness and clear comprehension. So accordingly, the later also will be explained in this. Then we should know the first is Sila, the second is Indriya Sukhoda Dwara, the third is Sati and Sampajanya, the fourth is Santota. Is content. Contentment is important one. As it is. These 4 qualities are first step in Buddhist practice, and first step we must fulfill these 4 qualities. After that, I will point out how to hear this started from 5th passages. We explain the Sila. After that, Indriya Koda, Indriya Dukkha Sati Sampajanya Santota. One by one after the other. So, okay? One after the other. But the Sila is so many pages. After that, you can find passage number 8, Indriya Samvara here. Indriya Sukhoda Dwara is Indriya Samvara. How to understand Indriya Sukhoda Dwara? Passage 9, Sati Sampajanya. How to practice to be mindful, to have a mindfulness and clear communication. Then passage number 10, Santosa. Santosa and Santoto. Santoto means referring to person. Santoso means quality. The Pali words, you see. Santoto means referring to person. Santoso means quality. Contentment. Contentment. Santoto means one who has contentment. Santoso means just contentment. So, explain it will be. After that, the passage number 11, so these 4 qualities are very important. After that, man retire to forest. So that is what to say. Without these qualifications, you should not go, you should not retire to forest. Otherwise, you may be living with the animals. Nothing benefit. If you wish to retire in forest hermitage, you must fulfill these 4 qualities first. After that, you retire to forest. This is 4 qualifications. Without the 4 qualifications, don't try to retire to forest. If so, you will be a lot of dangerous. You cannot get the concentrations and also. So Sila first. After that there will be explained Sila. Sila, Chula Sila, Majjhima Sila, Mahasila. I will not explain these in detail. You can read this. So, okay. So, Sila. Sila Ase Chula Sila. Altogether, 26 points are given. 26 points are given. These are misconduct. Most are misconduct. Not all are misconduct. You see, Panadipada, Panadipada, Adhinadana. Number 3, Abhidhamma. Number 4, Musawara. Number 5, Pisunawaja. Number 6, Frusawacha. Number 7, Sampaplava. These are misconduct. Misconduct. These are major. After that, number 8, Pijagama, Buddhagama, Samarama, Pativirado. These are using as a monks. We should not keep what is not cooked. The monks have such for food, what is ready, cooked, ready. So, therefore, monks should not destroy environment. Therefore, Pija Kama, Buddha Kama, Samarama. This is also monks' moralities, one of the morality. Ekapatika di Ratuparado, Virado, Vikala Bhojana. Ekapatika means only morning. Morning means breakfast and lunch together. Only morning. Afternoon, before noon. After dawn, before noon, between is only one food. Then Nacha Gita Varita Visukatasana. So these increase the attachment. Increase attachment. These are cause to heedlessness. Heedfulness, cause to forgetfulness. Malagana vilibana dharana mandana vibhusanatana. This also making, purifying himself is cause to attachment. Ujjasena mahasena. This must live in simple sleeping bed. Chadarupa Rajatapdikanas must avoid these. Amaka Denya, Amaka Mansa, Eti Kumarika, Dasi Dasa. These are, you see, as a lay people. Therefore must renounce these. Ajelaga, Kokuda Sukara, Hati Kawasa, Kita Wotu, Tudeya Bhina Gamana, Kaya Vikaya, Tula Kanta, Okodana, all together. Chedana, Vada, Bandana, Vibramosa, Aloba, Sahasakara, Pativirado Hoti, Idam Besa Hoti Siddhas. These are, as a monks, these are lesser moralities must have. Primarily, we have to follow these sila, Chula Sila. Then Majjhima Sila. So how many types are given? And 10 types are given. 10 types are given. This is livelihood. Regarding to pure livelihood, if you followed this way, if you cannot avoid these ways, pure livelihood cannot be pure livelihood. The Saman livelihood must be pure. So Majjhima Silas all together. Then Mahasila, this is also regarding to livelihood. To be pure livelihood. Tirichana Vichaya Mecha Chiwena Chividan Kapesi. What is it, Tirichana Vicha? To have a livelihood. He's searching for other ways. He did it other ways. So such ways are not, should not allowed for a monk. To study these are so very interesting. To study. We should go in detail and slowly. Okay? Now I explain it roughly. Sila Sampano is must avoid these. You cannot have your livelihood by means of these ways. You must avoid these ways. So, otherwise, your silas will not be pure. You cannot be fulfilled major moralities as a monk. These are also, we can study these Brahmajala Sutta, Chula Saila, Machima Saila. So, according to translation, you must go these, you can understand this. We must think about why the Buddha included these as a morality. In Buddha's lifetimes, maybe in such a ways they're trying to have livelihood. Some of the religious believers. Religious men is followed in this way. They obtain their livelihood in this way. Therefore, the Buddha's point now, don't follow this way. Even now it is help, you see. Fortune teller, giving medicine, the treatment, also livelihood. Searching for in this way, one obtain his livelihood, it is not moralities as a monks. According to the Buddha's teaching, whatever offered by the persons must be saddha, with the saddha, only saddha. Without a saddha is give and take. Okay. He tells a fortune, therefore he offered. This is a give and take, like a livelihood. Peering hore, pasanyare. Peering hore, pasanyare. Segure, pasanyare. Not like that, must be. So, in those ways, monks are not allowed to get their livelihood. So monks are not participate in this way. Now you see other religions also, in marriage case also they participate. The monks are not participate to sign in the nature. Now it is in Buddhist temples, some people first they offered it, Swankate, Bengala, Uswankate, they offered a song. After that they accept what is the present. Then the monks will sign, my temple they are married. Other religions have, you see, in this way. If it's so, monks will participate. In Buddha's lifetime, there are Ogha Sutta. In Ogha Sutta, Ogha is the grandson of Menaka the Pangas. Maybe is cousin brothers of Visakha. He invited the Buddhas to his home. After that, he requested the Buddha, Venerable Sir, these Kumari daughters, I will send to their bridegroom. Bride and bridegroom. Bridegroom. Through a bride. These brides I will send to bridegroom. On those days, Avaha Vivaha. Avaha means bringing the lady to the man's house. Vivaha means sending the lady to the man's house. Sending and bringing, only that. Both they must go to the bridegroom's house. Have to go bridegroom. This is Indian tradition. In Myanmar, it's not like that. Whatever may be. According to their wish, they can do. Avaha, vivaha. A means bringing. Vivaha means sending. Send the bride to the bridegroom's home. Bringing bride towards the bridegroom's home. That is me. At that time, he requested the Buddha to give advice, to teach things. So the Buddha teach how to behave here. When you, after marriage, how to wish to behave here as a duty, as a wife. Such a sutras I have. Only one this is sutras. The Buddha advice from Anguttara Nikaya, Okaha Sutta. Okaho Mendaka Nata. Panchaka Nipada. Book of 5. But the Buddha does not have concern the marriage ceremonies. We should discuss about these silas. Why the Buddha say these are included as a sila? What is the problem in those days? This is regarding to sila, the Buddha explained. In Majjhima Sila, you see, Yathawa, Panike, Bondo, Samana, Samana, Sadadiyani, Bhojanani, Ponchetawa. So, this is mentioned here. So, whereas some recluses and Brahmins, while living on food offered by faithful and continually cause damage to seed and plant life. Yeah. Accordingly, you see, Sadadiyani, Bhojanani, Ponchetawa. The monk's life is having food, which is offered with the sattva. So, after having such a food, should not do these, should not follow these ways. The Buddha want to explain this one. Regarding to Majjhima Sila. Regarding to Mahasilas also, Sadadiyani, Bhojanani, Ponchetawa, Te Eva Rupaya, Terichana, Vichaya, Mecha Jivena. Yeah. Terichana, Vicha, Mecha Jivina, Jivitan Kapindi. In Myanmar also, you see, in earlier times, last times, the monks wish to learn English. There is a god Tirechana Vicha. Therefore, the chief monk, if a monk secretly learn English, they are not allowed to stay their temple. So, on those days, such a problems. Tiger also dislike. The supporter also dislike. You see, Sayadaw Uditila, he studies in India. At that time, he learns English. When his supporter knew about that, he cut out his supporter. Never contact. So Sayadaw Uditila faced great suffering on those days. Nothing support because of he learned English. Because of they believe in this English is a Tirichana Vacha. When I was in Sri Lanka, one Sri Lanka Mahathira said to me, English language is Sunaka Bhasa. Sunaka Bhasa. Why he talk about that? I don't know. Sunaka Bhasa. So on those days, in this way. But now we have to understand, English is just a medium language. Not only English, we should know Chinese and other languages also. Any language is just a key for general knowledge. Just a key. We must have a key to open our knowledge. Without a key, we cannot open. So, we should learn many languages. In commentary, there are one Mahathira, he knew 80 languages. Atharasa Bhasa, 80 languages. Which Bhasa is not mentioned? Maybe Indian languages, there are 101 in India. 100. Telugu, Andaka, and then like that. Parsi, so many different mother tongues in India. What about the Buddha? The Buddha is know the different languages. According to commentary, the Buddha explained in Pali, but the listener understand in their own language. Saka Bhasa Nurupena Sotapatha Makachanda. Commentary explanation. The Buddha talk. The Buddha explained Dhamma in Pali, but the listeners understand according to their own language. So maybe like the United Nations now, one speak is translated into different languages. Immediately they understand. That is amazing miracle in the Buddha. And there are Attaprisa Suttas also. The Buddha visit many different tribes, many different audiences. At that time, the Buddha's kala changes accordingly. For example, if the Buddha visits Africa, the Buddha's skin is African, like Africa. Talk in African language, preach Dhamma. After that, he has gone. Then the real person is come to. After that, they thinking about who is that person who first he talk. Yadi Sako Desan Wono, Tadi Sako Desan Wono. So the Buddha, several places visit. Why the Buddha did in this way? To have a vasana. If it listened, even some of the points, if they have listened, they can consider. For example, the Buddha is saying, Sabhi Sankhara Anicca, he talked about. After that, they think, who talk about that? Sabhi Sankhara Anicca, all our conditioned things are impermanent. They thinking about that. After seeing the flowers, is after withered and dry and leaf, then they thinking about Sabhi Sankhara Anicca. They have knowledge. According to it, the Buddha preached Dhamma for Vasanabhagi. Vasanabhagiya. Therefore, the Buddha visited several places and preached Dhamma according to this sutras. But did not explain which region the Buddha went and preached Dhamma. Different places maybe. It's okay. Late now. Next time I will continue this lecture. It's okay.